In our modern football, most of the focus is centered on the management of the midfield, and managers prioritize their team formation around the astuteness of his or her midfielders. The 4-3-3 is one of the most common formation in the post 4-4-2 era. It is not just attack minded, but it is also position based due to the extra man in central midfield. When used correctly, 4-3-3 provides the most controlling midfield in football. Now on controlling, you can control our growth by simply subscribing to our channel. Most of our viewers skips the sub button. Your encouragement helps us a lot, and to get notified, please do like, share and subscribe. The 4-3-3 midfield triad is set up in different combinations of a Regista, a Mezalla and/or a Carrilero. A Mezalla is generally seen as the wide midfielder or a half-winger tasked majorly for the attack-minded tactics in the midfield. They generally link up with fullbacks and the wide forwards in the build-up of play, operating in the half spaces. Few examples are the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Pogba at Juventus. A Regista whereas is a central midfield sitting in front of the defensive line with incredible short and long passing ability and fluid dribbling capability. One of the well-known pure Regista in our recent past is Andre Pirlo. We are familiar with the use of these terms. Carrilero is a term quite uncommon in parlance, unless he or she is a regular at Football Manager. Carrileros are often thought to be a variant of the traditional box-to-box midfielder, yet they are tasked for a defensive role and occasionally adding in the attack. Their position and movement are very lateral on the pitch as opposed to a vertical box-to-box. In the attacking transitions, the Carrilero covers the open spaces in the wider areas vacated by their overlapping teammates. For example, we see Jurgen Klopp using Fabinho covering for the advancing Trent Alexander-Arnold. When in position, Carrileros are utilized vertically as the extra man in the midfield, creating triangles. Triangles are excellent for constantly providing two quick passing alternatives and helping to come out of pressure. An efficient Carrilero must be extremely diligent and have excellent positional awareness to disrupt the opposition's flow. Kante, Herrera, Matuidi are some of the brightest names in this position. Carrilero originated in Spain. The word meant as the middle of the train balancing the attack and the defense. It can be used in any formation but have often been utilized in the modern 4-3-3 with overlapping wider players as we explained earlier. Traditionally set in a 4-4-2 diamond with a defensive and an attacking midfielder, the two Carrileros balances from two sides, making them optimally efficient. They were also integrated in Italian formations like the 3-4-1-2 or the 3-5-2 in the 1990s, made with three central defenders and two lateral defenders. Now with the emergence of a back three system, again we are seeing the necessity and the utility of players in the Carrilero role. Due to the defensive duty in the role, we have also seen players being used in alternate positions like a midfielder as a fullback and vice versa, like Joshua Kimmich, Philipp Lahm, James Milner, Sergi Roberto and others, playing comfortably both as a fullback and a midfielder as and when required. Pep Guardiola's use of inverted fullbacks during his tenure at Bayern Munich is an interesting example of this Carrilero position. They started typically in a 4-3-3, but both Lahm and Alaba were shuttling in the half spaces, changing their formation into a 2-3-2-3. This not only increases the passing options in the midfield when playing through, but increases the pivots when playing out from the back. The movements outnumber oppositions in central area of the pitch and provides further freedom to the Mezallas in the team to utilize the spaces in between their opponent's line. Keeping proper defensive players in their own half also reduces the recovery time to cover the wide areas if the opponents strike quick transitions, in contrary to the full-back tracking down from opposition's half. Secondly, when it comes to the attacking aspects of a Carrilero, the inverted full-backs, when provided an option, are also capable with the underlapping runs through the inner channel, a role which is often overlooked unless he is a certain N'Golo Kante, but are now an integral part of the best midfields. The Carrileros are the destroyer of opposition play, shuffling the ball within the team, assisting in switch of play, and covering the created spaces around them, and often referred as the lungs of the team. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up, share with your friends, and a gracious subscribe will really motivate us. Thank you for watching.